I feel like I'm having a hard time allowing myself to feel like I deserve good things. For example, the Mega Millions Lotto was recently 450 million, and I was thinking to myself well, if I won that, that's almost too easy. I just paid $1 or $2, and then I won all this money. It feels like it.
That'll keep you from doing that.
Yeah, and I feel like that with a few other things in life, with a relationship or with other well-being
That's
stuff.
why we were saying earlier, and we say this often, that when you begin consciously setting something up, in other words, acknowledging, my life has shown me that I would like this.
Okay.
And the reason I would like it is, and you deliberately practice thinking about that and getting momentum going about that and pleasing yourself with that. And now this is an important piece of this.
Okay.
In other words, if the contemplation about it is because it's pleasing to contemplate it, then you're really in a good vibration. If the contemplation about it is to make something happen that hasn't happened, then you got something weird going on in your vibration again. So as you are thinking about it for the pleasure of thinking about it, now what happens is your vibration just shifts and it comes closer and you start seeing it evolving, and there begins to be a feeling of satisfaction, a feeling of control and satisfaction, but most important, a feeling of deservability. Because what happens is, you see, the reason that so many of you have practiced a feeling of unworthiness until it is an art form within you.
Yeah.
The reason that you've practiced it so well is because you have not understood what it takes to get things to flow easily into your experience. You've been working with criteria that doesn't work. You've been living conditional love. You've been jumping through the hoops. You haven't been tending to your vibration. So you've practiced the logic of, well, since it hasn't come, I must not be worthy.
Yeah.
Well, that's just bogus. The only reason it hasn't come has nothing to do with your worthiness. It has to do with you practicing vibrations that don't let it come. So doesn't it follow that when you begin practicing vibrations that do let this flow and do that let this flow and do let this flow, that the worthiness issue will subside?
Yeah.
Doesn't that make sense? Since there are some buzzwords you use like love and worthiness that are so loaded because you don't realize that they are words that cause you to focus on subjects to which you have quite a bit of resistance. So we can't just zap you with a worthiness stick. You were zapped with that before you even came into this physical experience. So how can we convey to you in a way that it's meaningful to you that you get to choose and you get to receive whatever you want? Words aren't going to do it. You've just got to hear a little piece of something we say and apply it until you make the association. Yeah, I saw it, I wanted it, I lined up with it, it came. Worthiness exists in me.